Hello and good morning, guys. How you doing? We got Bitcoin finally reaching actually the resistance area, which is at around, I'd say, 98K, 97.7. I'm going to be speaking about whether I think or not think, but also technically, will Bitcoin actually make a new higher high, or have we actually gotten the final move upwards to the resistance area and then finally dropping back lower, maybe even reaching much lower. I think that this is literally the pivotal point, as we have said, I think 2 days ago. I'm not sure. I haven't been as consistent with going live. I've said that this would be the case while I'm on the road, guys. So please, don't get mad at me or sad. I know that, hopefully this won't, or actually, and obviously this won't be the norm. It won't ever be the norm. Just these couple of days, I think 10 days or 11 days, where we will be going live randomly and sporadically. Yes, and the final live stream was 2 days ago. Yeah, so also I've just noticed that the screen is not working, or it's freezing. So let me go back and refresh. I think that's the way to do it. Yep, I think we're good. Guys, please, before I begin, before I start rambling on about Bitcoin, do let me know if the sound and the quality and whatever you are seeing on your screen is up to our standard, which has been pretty low, to be honest. But let me double check. How you doing, guys? Renata, Gary, Basky, Estebed, Biro, Nuno. How you doing, brothers, sisters too? Power. I'm sick, but still here. Likewise, bro. Renata, a few times a day I looked if you post anything good that I have my print screen from live. Thank you. Right, hey them, Jaden. We got Renata, we got all the brothers and sisters in the chat. So that's quite amazing to see. Thank you guys for showing up also at such. It is early my time, not that early to be honest, it's 10:30, but I'm liking the fact that I can literally go live randomly and have you guys either watch it live, or you can go or come back to it and watch it later on. The last live also. The live streams have been getting the usual amount of views, so that would tell me that even though the concurrent viewers are much lower, obviously because I go live randomly in the morning, much earlier than usual, but I can still see that like most of you guys are actually watching it at your most convenient time. So let's not waste any time. I've got an hour or so to talk about Bitcoin. We got Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, obviously hitting 97, 98K, the most important area. We've been speaking about this area ever since we have lost that, or even before that. If you guys remember, like beginning of November, I was talking about how important it is for us to hold 97, 96 as support. But then later on, once we had lost it, we were talking about it as a potential target for either shorting it. Obviously, guys, whenever I mention an important resistance area, it is always a pivotal zone where we see it break upwards and then cancel the idea of shorting, and then obviously also not longing, because we don't long breakouts but avoid shorts once we see a reclaim or we see a fake out and a rejection and then try to short it. Now obviously I did short this. My entry is like 96.4, but this has to be taken as a swing short. Why? Because obviously this is not the most bearish thing. I'm even going to be talking about potential bias towards higher. And you also have to know, guys, whenever we are going upwards, you must understand that the probability of going higher is and will always be higher likelihood than actually dropping. Why? Because we are seeing strength. Bitcoin is technically yet or still yet above the anchored view up from 114.6, so it hasn't done anything bearish. Like the only thing that made me short is just the idea that right now on the higher time frame we have hit our point of control. If I use the fixed range volume profile, we can clearly see that we have hit the point of control, as you can see. Now, for beginners who are watching me, this is just tells you that literally the highest amount or the highest volume, volume meaning the highest, the price where most buys and sells were, traded are or were at around 96, 97K. Most of this volume, or literally all of it, or yeah, I'd say most of it was accumulated, I think, the end of 2024 and I mean the beginning of 2025. So it's most of it is or it was old volume, but I mean we can clearly see that old volume remains to be important. So as you can see, 97, 96 is an important area. I mean, just to preface again, guys, as I told you, this is an important area where we either get a huge drop to the lower side or we actually jump and literally skyrocket. I'd say technically, if Bitcoin manages to get above 97, 98, if Bitcoin, I have no idea, but if it does that, then we can go to 114 and potentially, I mean, have an amazing 2026 or beginning of 2026. So please understand that don't be closing longs if you have them from lower. Don't be flipping bearish at an important area just because Ahmed shorted this or Ahmed has said that we can drop from here, guys. You have to understand the context. Why? Because let me also say, as I told you, like I'm going to be covering the lower time frame, but even on a higher time frame, the reason why I shorted 96.4 is because it is resistance until proven otherwise. So me entering here with the stop loss that is like, I mean, technically wide. It's not wide because I'm viewing it as a swing trade. Yeah. So maybe because that's not the normal kind of trades that I do take, because I usually have a smaller outlook and an entry and an entry on the market. But technically, even though a beginner would tell me, oh, you have a wide stop loss. No, it is not wide. Why? Because we don't measure our stop loss by the percentage away, or I mean the percentage it is from entry, but rather how, I mean, what's the proportion of the stop loss to our target? So if someone is entering on the basis that this could be potentially us stopping out, taking liquidity, and then reversing all the way lower, yeah, then this wouldn't be uh, a wide stop loss. That's the first thing. Also, me entering here is not that I'm doesn't sorry guys, it doesn't mean that I'm bearish. Hopefully, guys, at this point of me just going live every single day for like 2 3 months now, you have understood that my trades don't usually, I mean, represent my bias. So even though it is technically, or Bitcoin remains to be technically bullish on the lower to mid time frame, I have to understand, or you have to understand, guys, that I merely trade based on how much I'm willing to lose. I mean, uh, or yeah, in the return for potentially how much I'm willing to win or make money. So if I'd say that the technical full target of Bitcoin making me or having giving me this trade as a winning trade would be me giving away or given uh, 1 hour as such, guys, which is this little stop loss in return of this potential move lower. So I'm not bearish. I'm merely just understanding that this critical zone either happily makes me lose money. I'm going to be happy if this happens. Why? Because obviously I'm also an investor in the market. So if Bitcoin flips 97, not only will I have will I continue long and spot long on Bitcoin, but I will also enjoy, I mean, total amazing, I mean, I'd say a month or so of Bitcoin easily going to 114. Yeah, so I'd happily lose this trade if Bitcoin goes to 97, 98. So that's why I usually tell you guys, or I always almost tell you guys that you have to pick places or shorts entries that are either would win you big by Bitcoin literally pivoting and going lower from this point, or actually reclaiming it and going. I mean, I see no sound. All right, so hold on, guys. Let me see. All right, let me see if the sound is good or not. We got Ingram saying that there's no sound, so let me double check myself, and I'll wait for you guys' answers. So before I continue further, don't want to keep on talking and then it looks sounds good to me. Yeah. So please, guys, no, it's good. All right. So, all right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. No worries. No worries. No worries. No worries. Ingram, you're good. Also, make sure that you got the volume up because maybe I mean, the volume is a bit lower or more than a bit lower than usual. So, thank you, guys, for, I mean, answering me. Just sleepy, Ahmed. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So, my bad, guys, but no worries. Anyways, so I was just saying that this is a point where I'd be happily losing the trade in return of actually getting a move to 114. So yeah, I always tell you guys that whenever you want to enter, yeah, so I'm going to be mentioning or using the short entry as an example, because we got a short here. Whenever you enter a short, you would want your entry to be at the point and your stop loss to be at the point where if it gets hit, not only does it hit your stop loss and then reverses, but preferably it does this and then goes and flips more bullish. Now, I mean, some will look at it and say, why? Like, why do you wanna do you want the trade to go much higher against you? Well, think about it. Like, would you prefer actually the market doing this and then fix you out, and then like, I mean stops you out and then goes correctly your way, or would you love to have tried the best and final short before a market flip to the other side? I mean, it would make more sense. I mean, at least to my to myself, that I'd much rather pick a place where I either lose small and then the market continues to go higher, or I be correct and I mean, I say correct figuratively because in trading, you're not correct based on the outcome. You're only correct or incorrect if you do something good or bad in regards to actually coming up with a trade. So, I mean, I don't want to go on a tangent here, guys, but please remember that don't be judging yourself based on the outcome of the trade. Judge yourself even without before the outcome on why and how you came up with the idea to trade. Yeah. So, I mean, that's very different thing to what we are going to be talking about here. So, not waste any time. But now that we've done and have spoken about the higher time frame move, let me also go on a lower time frame move and dig deeper, I'd say, on a much micro level. Why? Because obviously higher time frame we are at resistance. This is a critical zone. Lower time frame looks more bullish. And as I told you guys, like please don't be confused. I know that I'm giving you mixed signals here, but trust me, it has to be bullish on the lower time frame. Nothing has changed yet. So I mean, me entering a short at 964, 96.4 has nothing to do with Bitcoin or with me predicting lower on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does this, I'll be happily losing the trade and then I'll be happily giving my money away to the market because I do understand that this is a zone where everybody would get bullish. And if it wants to do the max pain scenario, Bitcoin would love or would Bitcoin would happily go lower from here. I mean, I've seen this happen many times again. The only bad scenario would be actually doing this. I mean, this is the only scenario I wouldn't want because that would, I mean, stop me out and then go correctly my way. But if it does this or this, I wouldn't mind, to be honest, because Bitcoin remains to be bullish until proven otherwise. So the first question would be actually what would be the break-in signs of Bitcoin confirming more and more about us flipping and going lower. Now, obviously, I'm still waiting on multiple areas. I mean, the anchored view up could be pulled from here, I'd say. Yes, so see how like I'd say that we haven't even lost the anchored view up first of all. So that's the anchored view up. That's the first thing that has to be lost, which is like 95k. Lose 95k, that would be the first sign of weakness. Us getting back below the anchored view up, signaling that we are still downtrending from the downtrend that was started at 116k, as you can see. So I mean, we firstly have to lose 95k, and then we would have to lose, obviously, I'd say we still need to lose 93k, to be honest. Yeah, so nothing is bearish on the lower time frame. You can look for longs if you're smart enough. Like, forget about everything that I've said on the higher time frame. I know that it sounds quite confusing, but trust me, guys, as traders, you gotta yeah, you gotta condition yourself to getting used to such contradictions. I'd say why? Because yeah, I can say one thing and do another. Technically everything remains to be bullish. I mean, yeah, see how like this is bullish. I mean, 30-minute time frame, 1 hour time frame. I told you guys, time frames don't matter. I'm just talking about the periods. So we can clearly see that after this consolidation, we've had a bullish period of like almost a month. Yeah, I mean, it had a bit of consolidation into it. So I'd say maybe even from here, that would have been 15 or 16 days of us going or being bullish. So don't be looking at time frames. Count the period or see the length of the period. That's what matters, to be honest. Because in a high time frame, yeah, we are still bearish. So context matters. Me trying a trade that would either win me big or lose me small, yeah, does not correlate or has nothing to do with the fact that Bitcoin is factually and realistically still bullish on lower time frames. So please don't be selling your spot bags. Don't be going crazy with selling at the top. At a little top here, just because Ahmed is saying that we can pivot from here. Just please understand that you gotta be taking it slowly. Also, not to also overly confuse you guys, but on a higher on the lower time frame, sorry, if I look at it on the 15 to 1 hour time frame, this doesn't look like the most bearish, to be honest, high. Yeah, looks weak to me. Like if I had to give a percentage, I know that I've said this like quite a few times now, as of late, but doesn't look like the high we can hold, to be honest. Like I only shorted this because I gotta respect my rules, and I also wanted to short this for a while. But if it was up to me, or not now, if I had to give a technical view, I would say that this high is weak. I mean, as you can see, like with the amount of like wicks that have been put here, the consolidation, us being able to hold the anchored view up. Also, if I go to Coinbase as a touch, you guys, look at the high. Like I always pay close attention to where the high was put, and the high on Coinbase was at 97963. So as I told you guys, whenever the high is like too close to a full $1,000, as it is in this case very close to 98k. Let me show you. So that is 98k. So technically, it's like there is a 70 to 80% of chance of us going back here. Now, one would say, or what one would think, okay, Ahmed, how can you say this and then also be short? As I told you guys, I'm shorting because I'm respecting my rules, and I also understand that what if we do this too, yeah? So that doesn't yeah, that also could be me also still into the trade. Yeah, so I'm not having a tight stop loss where the stop where I will get stopped out if we do this. Like I am only going to be stopped out if we go much higher and exceed the highs. So see how like it's not totally a contradiction to say that there's a 70% chance of going above to this, but this won't rule out the chance of us doing that. We can also hold this and then go crazy. So please understand, guys. First of all, be cautious, and also don't be too bearish or too bullish. I know that I'm confusing you guys here, but trust me, as I told you, like for me to get more confirmation signals that Bitcoin has potentially topped out, I'd needed to first of all lose 95k, and then on a higher time frame outlook lose 93.5. So that's the two zones. One is a lower time frame, one is a bit higher time frame support zones. Lose this and that, and then we can go probably much lower. And on the higher time frame, as I told you guys, like you gotta be watching out, because if we hold 97, never ever go below it. Even if we take the high, if we never go below the 97 mark, we can technically have an amazing, wonderful, journey on our way to 114k. A quick reminder, guys, that as I taught you, whatever goes down quickly can go up as quickly. Yes, don't be confused, or don't be telling me, oh, how or why did Bitcoin go to 114 quickly? Did Michael Saylor buy, or Elon Musk, whatever? I don't care about news, guys. Trust me. If Bitcoin just goes above 98k, holds and never loses this zone, it can very quickly, bullishly skyrocket to 114 or even higher. But as I told you, don't take it as a prediction. I'm merely just saying that if this then that. Please understand that, guys. But as I told you, as of now, nothing is bearish yet. Looks bullish to me. Obviously, it is bullish until proven otherwise. So if we lose 95, 93, and then I'll be more bearish, or I'll become more bearish a bit by bit. Yeah. Let me see if I got other lines. I'm going to be reading the comments. So we got Orientumbra, good morning. Muhammad Rifat, 0.5 Fib at 98 for maybe the hit it. I don't use the Fibonacci that much. I don't care about it that much. I only use it as a general tool. So I want to just focus on a singular exact pinpoint number, to be honest, personally. Good morning, TD4. Yeah. But yeah, so Let me see here. We got a daily here. Yeah, so not the most bearish thing. We also this is Friday, guys, by the way. So I mean, yeah, if Friday ends today and closes, and we get a weekend consolidation in between, I mean, current low, or I'd say even 94 to 97, 98, we can be enjoying. I mean, I'd say enjoying. If some of you guys might not enjoy it, yeah, but we can be having and watching a consolidation in between 98 and 94 for 2 days. So, I mean, Friday plus Saturday and Sunday. So, please be cautious and wary of a potential, I mean, range being created. And then, obviously, the pivotal point again would be Sunday, where we either fake out the low to get a long and jump higher, fake out the high to get a short and drop lower. So be prepared for whatever scenario comes out of a potential consolidation. As I told you, this is only me trying to think and maybe plan ahead of time. I have no idea whether Bitcoin wants to drop on Friday or pump on Friday, but if I mean, technically, it is more likely to just stay close to current price today. And if it does that, then obviously, and most likely Saturday and Sunday till the end of Sunday would be a boring consolidation. And then later on, throughout the second half of Sunday, closer to like Monday's open, especially the CME Monday open, that's when I mean real market volume will be jumping in, and hopefully us getting a decisive move, I'd say. So that is, I think, the outlook that I'm looking at. We either get a I mean, yeah, we either get a move now, or I mean, yeah, I mean, postpone the move till late Sunday, Monday night. Yeah, so that's the plan here. You can be chilling on the weekend without overly thinking about what would happen next. I mean, obviously, we can have a hard move on Saturday, but usually, or not usually, but I mean, for the past 2 to 3 months, Saturday has done or offered nothing. It's usually only the second half of Sunday where we get a good, even tradable move. So don't be overly worrying about such prices right now, guys. Don't be too bullish or bearish. We can look and you can look for a trade. I mean, yeah, if I want to mention a couple of trades, as I told you guys, forget about the higher time frame stuff and focus on the lower time frame stuff. I might have to delete this anchored view up because I don't like it. Yeah, I mean, it's valid, but just confuses me now. I want to also look for like little trades here. So let me see where I took the anchored view up from. Not the best pull, to be honest, because we got a consolidation afterwards. Yeah, so I don't want to also add like multiple. I mean, that's also important. See why? Because that is where we got more bullish and more pumpy, I'd say. Yeah, so the two trades that can be potentially be traded today is taking the Friday low with, I mean, that's technically Thursday's low. Yeah, that is an easy low hanging fruit as I touch you. Just wait for the NY open. Yeah, take out the low, take out 95. So it's not only a low of Friday, not only a low on, let me double check. Yeah, not only a low of on Thursday, so 2 day lows. Yeah, today's low and the previous day low, plus us going below 95K, 95, any full $1,000 number is usually an important zone of liquidity. So we take 2 days lows, we take 95K as a stop loss, and we also hit the anchored view up where we started, or where we had started to become more aggressively bullish, I'd say. Yeah, so that would be a good potential little scalp. Take out the low and go above potential good scalp, and that would be. I mean, yeah, if we manage, let me explain that. Let me explain it in a very very, let's say, sneaky smart way. As I taught you guys, like we can hold the short, but then go on a lower time frame and find ourselves like a little trade of a long, and if it becomes successful, we can be revisiting our entry of the start of the short with us having a successful long. So if I personally go back to 96.4, which is my entry for the short, with a successful long, I can be super chilling because I can be prepared, I mean, risk monetarily for whatever scenario plays out. So if it pumps, I'm going to get my short stopped out, but my long continuing in profits. If the market goes lower, I'm going to not lose, but realistically get my stop loss hit at entry of my long, and then the short would continue lower. So that would be the game plan here. Don't be sorry, guys. I mean, had a very I forgot how to say it, but I mean, yeah, I want to use a very meaningful term, but just to put it more respectfully, don't be sad and moaning, with all the respect, if Bitcoin does this and then jumps to 105K, yeah, and then you're going to be sad telling me, oh, I shorted 97 and then I lost. Why? Because you have to also just don't let the shorts or the short, if you have opened one here, blind you of any given opportunity on a lower time frame. Yeah, because obviously it remains to be bullish until proven otherwise. Technically and probabilistically and mathematically, we are still likely to go higher. And I even said that 98K, oh sorry, 97.7, 99, sorry, 97.9 has a 70 to 80% like probability of us going and breaking it. Yeah. So if we do this and then do this, I mean, we can also this can also play out, but I mean, forget about that. I'm talking about the pump here. So don't let the fact that I shorted here on the daily time frame blind you of the fact that I'm also prepared to make money if we manage to catch along. I'm only saying this and like literally trying to drill this in your mind, guys, is because I'm fearful and I'm scared some beginners would watch me for like 10 to 20 minutes, say, oh, Ahmed is telling us we have hit a resistance area, he's short, oh my god, we're going to be dropping. And then what happens? Bitcoin does this, yeah, and after that we can also drop. I'm just talking about this move because that would have them getting stopped out, yeah. Whether this ends up being a much higher move or a fake out of the fake out and go lower, I don't care, but I'm just talking about this potential move upwards. Why? Because as I told you guys, I can literally go live. I mean, hopefully you guys have gotten used to my style because we've been going live for a while now, but yeah, I'm just scared, and not scared, but I'm fearful for those who have or put their whole capital into short in 96. Why? Because probabilistically, mathematically, it's all showing bullish signs. But how can you, I mean, if someone wants to ask me this question, nobody did, but I'm going to ask myself, how can you short if you think that Bitcoin, I mean, I somehow moved my whatever this is, the screen bar or whatever that is, that I forgot what the name of this is, to the left screen. If someone knows how to use Mac, please tell me how to I move it to my other screen. I somehow moved my mouse and then it moved with it, so I'm not sure. Anyways, I was just saying that. So how can someone? I mean, how can Ahmed short 96K with you also being bullish, looking for longs, and also predicting and expecting the high to be taken out? Why? I mean, I'm using predicting figuratively here, guys. Why? Because obviously, as I told you guys, I don't connect my uh, my longs and short setups together. I try to have separate views and separate setups. Yeah. So I don't want to be blinded by the fact that we have hit a 97K, because had I been also blinded back in November when we had hit 97, that was an important, very important support back then, and I was wanting to long this, but I saw the break and the fail to reclaim, and I continued being bearish. If you guys were with me back then, we literally just flipped more bearish. We had been bearish, but we flipped more bearish as we lost 97. So now coming back to it, I mean, back then I was looking to long 97 because it was support. Now it is resistance, so obviously I'm going to be looking to short it. But even with the fact that I shorted this, yeah, it is technically the only reason why I shorted it because I respect my rules. And I also understand that trading is a game of probabilities. Yeah. So if I tell you that this trade, if even, let me put it this way, yeah. I mean, technically, the target would be the low of 80K, yeah? So it's a 5, sorry, let me put my entry, so 96.4. So it's almost, I'd say, 6 or 6 to 1 risk to reward ratio, yeah? So if I win, I'm going to be making 6 times the potential risked amount, yeah? So even if this trade has a 30% or even 20% chance of playing out, I mean, it's going to be a bit higher. I don't want to make up numbers, but it has probably 30% chance of going higher, yeah, of going lower. So I'd say 30% chance we go lower from here, 70% we break the stop loss. So if someone wants to tell me, okay, why would you short if there's literally 70% chance you lose the trade? For example, I'm just making up like close. I'm trying to represent my feelings as figures, guys, but please understand that I'm just making these numbers up, yeah? So how, if someone can tell me why, how would you like short a zone where you think that you have a 70% chance of losing? Now, what most of you guys miss is that I'm not really bothered by the chance and the success rate of the trade. I'm only looking at the risk to reward ratio. I know that it seems a bit, I mean, yeah, a bit maybe basic, but trust me, that is the fact. That's the hard, true fact. Like I mean, if history would repeat itself, I mean, if this plays out and then if history repeats itself and this exact same setup plays out 10 times, yeah, and it only wins 3 out of 10 times, obviously, with the success rate being 30%. If this happens 10 times, realistically, I'm going to be expecting me to be making full profits 3 out of 10 times, yeah? So only 3 out of 10 times would make me, or would have me in profits. Why? Because I'm going to be losing negative 7R, yeah, which is the 7 lost trades, and I'm going to be making money 3, which is the 3 successful trades, times 6.25. Now, just to do the quick math here, is going to be 18.75. Yeah, so that's going to be plus 18.75, and the full, I mean, the total, or after deducting the losses, would be 11.75. So sorry guys for doing math and going a bit advanced here at 10 or 11 a.m. in the morning, but that's basically it. Like, most of you guys fail to understand that I couldn't care less. I mean, sorry guys, I care about the success rate, but as long as it makes sense in regards to the risk to reward ratio. So as long as the risk to reward ratio covers the fact, or yeah, covers the fact that this trade is a low probability trade, I'm okay with taking it. If you fail to understand this, not only would I recommend you watch the video that I made 13 days ago, which is this one, how to start day trading Bitcoin as a beginner, but also I would also recommend you maybe demo trading for a bit. Why? Because also, guys, by the way, I'm not here trying to promote myself. You don't have to watch it, but trust me, like, this video is super important. It seems beginner friendly, and that's maybe a bit of a fault because it's a bit confusing. Why? Because the first half is actually trading view and like basic charting stuff. But if you jump to the 12-minute mark, which is like TA and risk management, trust me, this is going to be probably changing your outlook on trading, because most of you guys are doing or learning trading completely wrong. Yeah. So trust me, once you watch this video, once you watch the 12 to the end of the video, so once you watch this like 13-minute clip, yeah, your outlook on the market, or not on the market, sorry, on trading, would be changed. Why? Because once you understand that all of the sorry guys, all of the content that I give out or put out, yeah, all of my setups are viewed mathematically rather than like maybe creatively, yeah, you would first of all feel that that maybe trading is more bland and more boring, yeah, but also you would have hopefully, a feeling that it's not about you losing or winning. Yeah, so I mean, most of you guys, unfortunately, yeah, the reason why you fail to win in trading is because you think that just because you lose five and you win five, you won't be making it in trading. But trust me, if I dig deeper in someone's trades history, I'd see that it's not about their uh, TA, nor is it about their success rate. It's actually about their risk management. So, like for example, I see many of you guys actually, I mean, winning five and losing five, but the losing five trades literally lost them like 50%, which is like why you lose in trading. That's the trust me, guys. Trust me. Sorry, guys. If whatever I'm saying here makes you feel that trading is boring, so that you feel to ignore the fact or actually stop trading, you should stop. Trust me. If you think that trading is a game of making crazy content with stupid thumbnails and shilling coins and doing 10x and 100x, this is not realistic. Trading is a game of actually doing math and being alone and yeah, and just losing a lot and winning a little, but the winning successful trades make you a ton of money. Yeah. So that's it. You lose seven, you lose eight, you win two, you win three, you win four if you are very, very good or lucky. And then those four cover a month long of losses plus a bit. Yeah. So trust me, if you think that you will be turning $100 into 100K, trust me, my friend, you're more well off buying uh, I'm not sure if I mean, it's more 3 day dinners or dinner for 3 days rather than actually, I mean, trying to make it in the market. Trust me, guys. Anyway, sorry guys for going a bit boring here. I do go on like these little not so little tangents in a while or from a while to while. Anyway, so I was just saying, it's funny how like I literally go back to normal and go back to my regular trading once I'm done with these like stupid, very, very random tangents. Let me look at the comments and then we will continue. Maybe I'll mention another long. Yeah. So we've covered a potential long if we go to 95, fake out 95 and then reclaim it. That was good. That is covered. I'll cover another one, but let me also read the comments here. Give me a second here. Good morning, Juan Carlos. Thank you, bro. Is it a good idea to range trading strategy during weekend since it is expected to range bound? I wouldn't, to be honest, I wouldn't focus on doing something different when the weekend comes. So, like, if a range is found within or inside a weekend or outside a weekend, a weekday, you can, I mean, you can trade it regularly. I don't want you guys to, I mean, only be stuck doing one thing when a day or when a time comes. So you're good. You can trade ranges in a weekend or outside. But thank you. Like I do love this idea. You can try it, yeah, but don't be specifically just only looking to trade a range unless you find one. Renata saying Ahmed is a multiplayer. For those who don't know, eyes open for many options. Exactly. Thank you, Renata. We got Manuel. Uh, Ahmed, you said you prefer to see shorts stuck in bottom before you take a long, and you prefer to see a longs stuck in top before you short. How do you know that in ExoChart? Step by step. I mean, it's hard to give a step by step because we are a bit tight in time, but I mean, just looking at open interest and CVD. Ahmed dropping us alphas again as you. Thank you, Annie. Thank you, Paul. Said, really enjoyed this morning video. The reminder around risk management was and is well timed. Thanks, Ahmed. No worries, Paul. You're always more than welcome, brother. Thank you for appreciating that. I'm glad to see and find like many of my viewers actually loving and enjoying me going off on a tangent because I mean most beginner, casual YouTube viewers who only want patterns and breakouts and buying and sellers. So I'm glad to have built like a nice little niche community that can literally, I mean, listen to me ranting about risk management for a day. So thank you, bro. Hi, Ahmed. Thanks for going live and giving us your perspective. No worries. Yesterday, I opened the log at 95.9, targeting 98.2. My stop loss is 95.4. Uh, so, I mean, it's hard to give my perspective on a trade, but let me entertain this question since I've read it. So you longed. Good morning, Kiropi. How you doing? So our brother Daniel said that he entered a long at 95.9. So I'm assuming here. Hopefully here, not here. I'm not sure, but I mean, hopefully you had a reason to enter. I don't know. Yeah. Your entry was 95.9. Your target was 98.2. So not sure why 98.2. Maybe you can tell me why exactly this, not the high. It would make more sense to be the high. And a stop loss of 94, 942, 942. Yeah, so very close to here. Yeah. So risk to reward is not bad if you had entered after this. So if it was this, also it didn't look bad. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't agree on the entry, but if you had a reason, then I mean, at least you entered at a fake out. Yeah. So you're asking me now, I'm just assuming all of these are assumptions, by the way, guys. You're asking me now, should I enter or close, or should I close the trade or not, or move my stop loss? Yeah, lower, and by how much? Personally, I wouldn't move your stop loss. Yeah. Why? Because you realistically entered the trade. Like if you had entered the trade based on setting the stop loss below this wick, then you did so. You set the stop loss below this wick. So just because you got lucky and a little range, 2-day range, started to get forming or start to form below your stop loss, doesn't allow you to widen it, because you're literally ruining your risk to reward ratio. Like it wasn't the best to begin with. So 2.33, you going lower here would literally ruin your risk to reward ratio. So I would much better tell you to take the hit if the stop loss gets hit, learn and maybe go back and educate yourself to why you lost, not because risk management, but probably because the reasons you entered the trade. So you can, I mean, take the loss. You can be happy about the loss as long as the the stop loss doesn't result in a very much bigger loss. Hopefully, it only loses you like 5% or 1% of your capital. If all of these are true, then that is fine. Take the hit, get the stop loss hit, and then if the trade that I mentioned activated, yeah, if the trade that we want is given and we all take it together, you can open a new one and forget about your losing trade. Yeah. So don't be trying to jump in with us with with a previous trade. Why? Because that's literally very risky and harmful and gambly and wrong in multiple plethora of ways. So please avoid doing that. Yeah, yes, you can realistically, yeah. Let me explain that. You can realistically widen your stop loss so that you can get lucky and the trade gets activated. We enter here, you stay from here, and then we both make money by the price going higher. But what if, and that's the risky part here, what if the market either offers the second trade, but then we also with you get stopped out, for example, or even the market doesn't offer the trade and immediately goes lower. So you'll be stuck holding a trade that was, I mean, 2.3 risk to reward to 1.44. So you would never ever move a stop loss. Please don't be ever uh, taking trades like that. Yeah. So you're good. Like you can take a hit and then revise and go back and ask yourself why I longed where I longed at. Good morning, guys. Oyad Dumbra said, I have two shorts, 97.3 and 97.5. Then, I mean, amazing, my friend. You're doing good. So I don't have nothing to add to your case, to be honest. I'm just proud of you, to be honest. Thank you guys for amazingly trading Bitcoin. Yes, so let me double check and see what kind of trade we can be looking at. Also, I'd also like to check these lows. Yeah, let me also check exo chart, guys, very, very quickly. We got MPCs upon MPCs. That's good to know. So obviously 91, 97, yeah, that's the one I have. Let me go back. 94,847. 94,847. Go to, yeah, 94,847. Also, as told you guys, please do tell me how do I move this little bar at the, not so little, the bar at the bottom to my other monitor. If someone is a Mac user, please tell me, because I have no idea how I moved it here. I just hit my mouse and it jumped from my monitor to this one, or from my second monitor to the first monitor. Anyways, so I was just saying that we have an MPUC here, and that even adds to the confluence we have for the trade. See how nice it is? Like, let me also double check. Yeah, see how exit chart is much better, because this doesn't show, but let me, I forgot the number, what it was. 94847.5. 948, I forgot, 875, 847.5, yeah. 894,847.5, that would be an NPOC. Yep, we are good. And yeah, so that is the perfect match for a long, guys. If you want a long today, this is it. Like, oh, by the way, guys, I forgot to mention, sorry guys, I forgot to mention, but I'm also happy about mentioning the literal, maybe I did, I'm not sure, like 2 days ago, almost 3 days ago. The live stream was almost 3 days ago, not sure. But did anyone take the long we gave yeah, on Monday? So more than 2 days ago, sorry. Yeah, it was probably even spoken about previously. But let me see who still has the long open from Monday, because that was literally the most perfect long. See how nice it is to come up with ideas that can be taken. Like, let me make it very clear that I had no idea that Bitcoin would end up jump massively after giving out such trade, but it ended up being the literal local low for a big move upwards. So see how nice it is to forget about your higher time frame bias and trade with, or trade what's given to you. So like, for example, like on a higher time frame, I can spend hours talking about how potentially 97 could be the top and we can drop. But once I go to the 15-minute time frame, I can find myself an amazing looking long that can be given, can be a winner. Obviously, it can lose, it can be not given. But the third option is us making money. So like, you either, I mean, you have to set an alert. So I'll set an alert with you at 95.1. Once the alert gets hit, I will see the drop. Yeah, I will view the drop both on my trading view and on Exo. I will see the reaction on the order flow. I will either, first of all, I will either, give me a second here. Let me make you a tree chart. So yeah, sorry, this is 95k hit. Yeah, this is 95k hit. Yeah, bear with me. So that is reaction. Action, don't worry, that's the reaction. Good. And let me copy this so it looks the same. Sorry guys, I'm just using a Windows keyboard for Mac, so I'm not sure how to copy. Maybe Alt, yeah, Alt copies it. Yeah, yeah. So that is let me do an R for it. Yeah. So reaction bad. Bear with me, guys. Yeah. So reaction bad. 95k is hit. Reaction is good. Yeah. I mean, I wanted to do it differently, but and anyway, so I was trying to say that if the reaction is bad, no trade. Yeah. No trade. Yeah. Reaction is good. trade, yeah, and then from trade you get two scenarios, profit or loss. So like there's three potential outcomes. So they have to, this is the plan you have to memorize whenever I mention a setup. You say, oh, Ahmed told me to set an alert. So here you set alert. Yeah. You here you set an alert. Sorry guys for going to nerdy here. You set an alert. 95K gets hit. Yeah. So what do? If the reaction is bad, I mean, first of all, you have to judge the reaction. So most of you guys will fail to understand how to judge a reaction. And I do understand that there isn't a definitive answer that I can give to you guys for you to basically follow. Like I cannot tell you wait for a 15-minute time from candle to close. Wait for a 30-minute time from candle to close. You have to wait for the time. Look for the time. Look for the reaction. Judge the reaction yourself. Look at exit chart if you have it, and then obviously you won't ever come to a full confirmed judgment. You have to make a judgment based on what's given, because at the end of the day, if you feel it is a feeling, if you feel that the reaction is bad, sometimes guys the feeling is just literally watching the line go break. So that's an easy feeling to have, but sometimes you can see this, and then you see the price roaming around, and you don't feel like you want to risk it. So that's also can be considered you feeling not to trade. So whether this or that, if you feel that the reaction is bad, no trade is taken. If you feel that the reaction is good, you have to feel it. Nothing is confirmed. The most common question that I've been getting for the past 3 to 4 years is like, Ahmed, how do I know if the reaction is good or not? Or how do I confirm the entry? You will never ever confirm an entry, guys. Nothing, nothing. No matter how proficient and how amazing you are at reading the market and the order flow, nothing is confirmed. Trading is a game of probability. But anyhow, once you say or you tell yourself, oh, I like the reaction, you jump into the trade. And then you will be happy with either winning or losing. Yeah. Obviously, this section then takes you into risk management. Yeah, which is more important. But I don't want to draw a plan here, but just, that was what was said like 20 minutes ago. So add the risk management part that was given in the beginning of the live to the current game plan of how and when to enter a trade. Maybe someone can clip this and send it to me, because that was, very, very helpful, I think, or very nicely put, if I say so myself. Please do tell me, guys, what do you think. Hi, do Mike, thank you for showing up. Ahmed, what do you think about the zone of 87.5 to grab all the liquidity before the up? Thanks. No worries. To be honest, it is valid. Like, obviously, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about 87.5. Sorry, no, I'm not literally talking. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. Yeah, 87.5. Uh, let me double check. 87.5. I'm pretty sure you're talking about this. Yeah. If you're not, then this is the correct liquidity area. To be honest, this would only be relevant if Bitcoin starts breaking down. Like I wouldn't focus on it when Bitcoin has done nothing bearish. Like I'd only be talking about 87s, 88s, even 80Ks once we go below 93. But it's too early for now to start being bearish, and that's why most of you guys fail. Is because look at me. I'm not saying I'm smart or nothing, but I'm just saying like I am happily going to be saying higher, higher, higher until I'm going to be wrong once. Why? Because that is how to make money, guys. You have to understand that whenever, sorry guys to also go nerdy again, whenever we are uptrending, you have to tell yourself and long, 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 long until getting stopped out once. So every high you say that probabilistically and mathematically is a poor high with a higher likelihood of actually making a higher high. Why? Because in every single uptrend, you can literally count it. The whole premise of an uptrend is a thing that goes up, up, up until it doesn't. So, with that being said, the exact definition of an uptrend and a downtrend is a consecutive amount of uptrends or a higher highs or lower highs if we're talking about downtrends, yeah, until it gets broken and you lose. So that's why we have a stop loss to minimize this, but make the most out of this. So guys, please understand that, like for example, now don't be telling me, oh, we have a I mean the comment is nice, no worries, but don't be overly obsessing about uh yeah 87 liquidity or 90k liquidity if Bitcoin still hasn't broken down. Give me a second here. I've got my alarms setting off in another room. So give me a second here, guys. And we are back. Give me a second here. Let me adjust my nice magnetic microphone. Uh, Give me a second. Hold on. All right, we're good, I think. I also want to look at ETH, not to go overboard with the uh with that. Right. Give me a second. All right. Uh, the chats don't seem to reveal the bump has ended. Yes, Bitcoin rejected at 97k. I'm just reading a comment here. Yes, Bitcoin rejected at 97k, but it's still holding 95k. It looks like we will have one more pump before. It doesn't look like nothing, and it doesn't look like we have one more pump, guys. So that's why I tell you not to have these kind of predictions. Like mathematically, it is still technically more likely to go higher than lower, but this is irrelevant. It doesn't look like it has one pump in it, or two pumps, or three pumps, or a high. Just don't be predicting, guys, or don't be trading feelings. Gianni said, I'm long on 97k. Hopefully you meant short, because if you're long at 97k, then you would be essentially gambling, with all due respect. I mean, why would you long 97k? Even if you entered it as a little scalp, how would you scalp 97k? Maybe like you were trading this, but even with that, you should have been stopped out by now. So no, please, guys, stop gambling. If you entered along at 97k, you will lose it very, very, very soon. Or no, you should have lost it because you're gambling now. Yeah. Let me see if there's anything interesting on EXO. I see like comments about them, so I'll read them. But yeah, that reminded me of actually looking at EXO chart now. Nothing is bearish, nothing is important, to be honest. Low liquidity, nothing. I don't see like high amount of longs or short jumping in. So it's like low participation upwards. That is a sign of exhaustion, nothing important. Just tells you that there isn't many takers here on buying. Obviously, there is a bearish CVD. So like we see the market topping out, but or high putting higher highs, but the CVD is going lower. That tells you that most of the market move upwards was mainly shorts getting wrecked. It wasn't buyers buying and pushing price higher. Yeah, so that's weak. That's not good. Like we always would love to see the market getting driven by actual buyers. Yeah, whenever we're getting a move upwards, but that doesn't mean, or that doesn't negate the fact that Bitcoin still seems good for moving higher. Yeah. So I don't want to give you, I don't want to be giving you mixed signals. So I just tell you that don't be focusing too much on this, to be honest. Yeah. Anyway, so I see a question said, or Arsma said, Ahmed, is it possible to make a video on how to use EXO and get benefit info out of it? Hopefully, I mean, I will promise you that, like, no, even without a video, just trust me. Just because now with me traveling, I was forced to set up or my Mac, which has now the EXO chart and allows me to freely show it to you guys. You will hopefully get literally the most amazing free course by just watching me every day whenever I go live, because you will see me explain it and use it. Trust me. So, like, I also want to promise you that I will make a video about it, but just because I know that though I'm too lazy and it'll probably just take me a while, trust me, by the time I make a tutorial on it, you would have learned it by yourself, because I will be using it every single day. So hopefully I will try my best to cover all possible questions. And also, like, love the fact that, I mean, obviously it is better to actually go live every day, show it to you guys, and then collect questions, because trust me, even if I'm going to set a tutorial, I wouldn't be covering all the parts. But if someone, or like if 100 people are watching me and all have different questions, it will be a more thorough explanation of the market. Uh, Give me a second here. Uh, Hi, can you see a liquidity wall at the top on exit chart? Uh, Not sure. I don't use it. I'm not sure if it is a function of EXO. I don't want to lie to you and I tell you yes, there's liquidity or whatever. I don't trade based on these, to be honest. I only have these bubbles which show you like high buys and high sells. Yeah, but not other than that, nothing major, to be honest. So I don't have it. I don't use it. If it is, then you can tell me. I'm more than glad to learn something from our viewers. Renata saying, let's have 50 likes, right? Let's have our morning live streams be 50 likes, and then our usual ones will get back to the usual high hundreds, mid hundreds, mid 100s likes. So we got 47 likes now. Let's push it to 50 so I can cover ETH. Thank you, Renata. You're amazing. Thank you also for showing up. I know that is also probably morning time, or literally, obviously, morning time in Poland. Uh, Also, Hamza, I read your comment. I'm not sure if you deleted yourself or not. Uh, it was about me getting sick. I mean, yes, guys, it may seem as if I'm sick all of the time, but I'm only, how do you say it? I only have not my nose is sick, but I only like have well, not a flu. Sorry, guys, my vocab when it comes to illness is limited. So trust me, I live my life normally. It's just that my nose and my tonsils, or whatever they're called, get easily inflamed. Yeah, so I guess I gotta check a doctor for that. Hi, Ahmed. You mentioned that you were profitable before using EXO. What did you use back then to analyze the chart? Only, yes, exactly, yes. So everything but EXO chart. Uh, no worries, Hamza. You're good. Get well soon, bro. You're good, brother. Thank you for caring. Yes, we did. Thank you, Renata. You are a legend. You pushed the price higher. Hi, Ahmed. Your voice sounds rough. Take some honey milk. Thank you, guys. Trust me, it is a mix of me getting, uh, of me like waking up with like only 4 hours of sleep. Also because I haven't spoken much today. Also because I haven't showered, and also because I am sick, literally, because I have found out to not have I found myself not being strong enough in the cold. I mean, it's not that cold. It's only like 10 to 20 degrees Celsius, but it is cold to my immune system, I guess. So thank you, Sonic. I will definitely try some honey milk. I'm not sure what that is, but I'll hopefully look it up. Or maybe it's honey and milk, literally. Uh, my question about wall, if you can see limit orders on top, which might be taken, but as you mentioned, we will see how to use it from tour videos. Thank you, Robic. Get well soon, bro. Thank you, TV Box. Thank you for your nice comment and for you to have uh, showed up this early in the morning or maybe late at night. I mean, I'm happy to go live and have our maybe US viewers would enjoy this time. I'm not sure if you would. Not, I think it has to be very late at night in the US now. So, I mean, nothing is convenient for US time unless I go live like in at night. Anyways, so the long setups are 95K fake out, or second one would be potentially just I'm not sure, but maybe I will just look for we can do a usual fib. Yeah, I wouldn't pay much attention to that. So maybe I will look for an anchored view up 94 to anchored view up zone, because obviously as time goes by, this will get closer to 94. So I'd say a fake out of 95 and a fake out of 94. Yeah, just to keep it quite simple. Yeah, both are good trades. I will set alerts here and there, and we will watch the reaction. TV Box said 9:41 a.m. here. That's nice. We're only 2 hours apart currently where I'm at in the UK, but I never miss your notification. Amazing, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In Poland, we have -10 to -15. Really winter. Yeah, I mean, I won't be able to live a day in Poland, unfortunately, unless I come in the summer, I guess. Yeah. Judging by my strength of the immune system I've got. So no Poland for me so far. Or get well soon. Honey works at some as some recommended in the chat. Yeah, I mean, thank you, Kropi. I will definitely try me some honey to see. Yeah. Also, by the way, as the quality of the microphone, I think makes. I mean, just because it's very, very close to my mouth and my throat, I think it like makes it seem worse than it is, or like more realistic. That's maybe yeah. No worries, guys. Let me double check. So don't worry. We got ETH. I'm just deleting lines here, checking everything. Let me do a very very large overhaul. Also, let me drink some water. Yeah. So daily time frame. Yeah, we are hitting an important zone. Honey and lemon will do you good. Yes. Thank you, TV Box. I don't like them. I don't like the sound of them both being together. Yeah. It reminds me of my childhood. So I think you guys are sent by my mother, but I will definitely may be forced to use or try this to help me a bit. Yeah. So if you're questioning uh where this line is coming from, just me taking a random large pull that encapsulates literally two, or even if I add this, it will be also large, I think. Yes, see how like it is proven to be a very, very much pivotal zone that like dictates what's going on ETH. So like think about this as Bitcoin, or sorry, this is very similar to what Bitcoin has in regards to resistance. So 97, 98 for Bitcoin is ETH having 3,330, I guess 3,400 as resistance. Yeah. So if Bitcoin manages to, if Bitcoin goes above 97 and gives us the amazing possibility of getting to 114, if this happens, I'm not saying long the breakout, I'm not saying that this would happen, I'm merely just saying that if Bitcoin goes above 98K, never loses 98K, this would translate on the Ethereum chart of us going here, flipping this. Please don't be longing. I will never tell you to long a breakout. I'm just saying that how it would look like. It would be us going to 4,000 like that. So let me measure the move upwards. Yeah, at around 18, 19%. And obviously at that point, I would look at ETH against Bitcoin to judge whether, because if we do this with it, we could have an amazing move upwards. So like, I don't want to take it too far, but if Bitcoin goes and jumps 17%, or let me do it from current price, 19%, 19 plus 14, is 33. Yeah, 33% would take ETH all the way higher to 4,400. So these would be the zones only if Bitcoin goes crazy. Please, guys, don't think that I'm mentioning these as expectations or predictions. I'm merely just mentioning them as uh, ideas and outlooks on the market. Yeah. In regards to maybe looking for trades on ETH, let me see it very quickly. Daily, yeah. So I have an MPUC here. I mean, not the prettiest looking NPUC, but let me see. Yeah, the chart looks a bit bland, so let me add to it some lines, horizontal lines. Let me obviously do our usual volume profile pull. Yep, so that would obviously we shouldn't forget how important this is. But let me take up where's the value area high. So we got the value area high MPUC. Yeah, so that is an important zone, previous value area high. Yeah, so let me take an anchored view up from, I mean, this will be a hit. Oh, no, it's not a hit, yeah. It's not the easiest, to be honest, area to trade. So maybe I would look for confluence with Bitcoin. So not to overly confuse you guys, I will wait for these like relative lows to be taken out and see where Bitcoin bounces from. Yeah, I think that would be better, to be honest. Yes, yeah, I mean, not the best. Looks strong too, like looks very similar to Bitcoin, probably taking the high. Yeah, but I will wait for this and see where does this correlate to on the Bitcoin chart. So I wouldn't focus too much on ETH. I can take a long on ETH with me just liking the long on Bitcoin. Yeah, so two longs potentially here, 95 fake out or 94 fake out. Which would translate to something like that on ETH if the long setups work out on Bitcoin. Gianni said, "I think you're the best trader." Thank you, bro. You're amazing. Thank you. Renata said, "Ahmed, if I may say so, you speak much better in the morning because you speak slower. In the afternoon, you're very fast. Big difference." Yeah, yeah. To be honest, I do understand where you're coming from. I sound more coherent and also yeah, I think just because I'm tired and I'm a bit sleepy, so that like my words are literally processed slower, so that like yeah, I think I speak better in the morning. So thank you. I mean, that makes me at least happy that I get to, I mean, go live and make you guys happy too. So thank you, Rata, for this amazing feedback. Yes, obviously, I do ramp up my excitement whenever I go live on a regular live stream. My voice is much louder, quicker, maybe too. mm, Not, I wouldn't say, yeah, it's like me putting up a show on the live to not make you guys bored out. But yes, in the morning, I don't care as much. So thank you. General Dictator said, "Sup, man? How you doing, bro? I'm doing quite all right myself." So that would be the gist of it, guys. I think we've covered an hour and 20 minutes. So I gotta go and show some love to the Arab channel and community. One final thing, guys. I mean, I haven't mentioned it, but I'll mention that if you wanna support me and also trade on weeks, you can obviously click on the first link on description. We got weeks with the best offer, as you can see here, as our usual deposit 100 bonus, an amazing bonus, and also weeks requires no KYC. So support your boy plus getting a nice bonus. It's only for those who want to. Don't ever feel pressured to use weeks if you don't want to, guys. Also, the free Telegram channel. Nothing to sell you guys here, an empty description, but a free Telegram channel is the place where I post some extra like little details and stuff. And also I try to I try my best to, whenever I can go live or I can make a video, I post like the updates here. So a free Telegram channel, nothing to sell you, and weeks if you want to, it will be fine. It will be amazing if you can do that. Ingram said, maybe I missed this, but what is 94? That's just a low. Yeah, that's just me marking out the lows. Nothing major. Like guys, whenever you don't see a name given, uh, or a mark being given to a line, just know that it's just me marking out the low. Now you would ask why this low specifically? It's just a low of the range, low of liquidity, low of beginning of accumulation for liquidity. This is the low of Thursday, low of the full day of Thursday. That's the low of Friday, and that being higher than this would actually make me mark this. Yeah, so that's it. That's the answer for you, brother. I bet you've caught cold, right? I mean, if you bet every single day, you will be right 9 out of 10, right 9 out of 10 times, brother. So you are correct, unfortunately or fortunately. Uh, so thank you, bro, for caring enough. Yeah, I think my voice sounds, but trust me, guys, it sounds more bad than it is. Mike said, overall, I'm bullish on the market, but I think we need to finish. No, 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 the connection. Maybe just break against the majority. Yeah, that's fine. As long you can have this outlook, because it's literally the smart thing to think. Yeah, but as long as you don't long the top, like if you don't be long in 97, 96, like randomly without like a lower time frame setup, you're good. Yeah, like please understand this, because what makes me fearful is like, see guys, I can be talking about 97 being the top and then come up with an idea to long this. Yeah, as long as you're not longing randomly, you're good, because even me, even when I said that 97 is or could be at the top, yeah, I still look for longs. And like you, Mike, yeah, you got a short, so that's fine too. Oyentembra said, and that would be the last comment maybe for today. Champs, I didn't receive the week's bonus after registering a new account with your code and depositing $150 on the 3rd of Jan. First of all, you'll have to check the rewards hub, yeah, and you will see all the details for the deposit bonus. Once you do that, then please update me on tomorrow's live if I go live tomorrow. If I don't, just wait for me to go live and update me, brother. I'd love to check out your case. If after checking the rewards hub you don't see nothing, then I'll give you my personal email and we'll have a chat on how we can, or I can personally help you. I try my best to literally just stick with every like viewer and a member of mine, and literally literally personally follow their case. So no worries, brother. Yeah. So you have to excuse me now, guys. I think I've got only 30 minutes to give for the Arabic live stream, so I will be hopefully either catching guys on the free Telegram channel linked in the description, or hopefully if I don't make a post, I will catch you guys hopefully tomorrow. And enjoy an amazing rest of your day, guys. Good morning or good evening or good night for those who are at night now. And then, guys, hopefully